they get nestled and comfortable and warm as a bug in a rug in cold weather. Oh. Hey guys, Jess here. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are already a part of the family, I'd like to thank you very much. However, for those of you that are not yet a part of the family, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell as well. Today, we are doing a versus video for hygiene products. Tree Hut Body Scrub versus Shea Moisture Body Scrub. I will be going over the best points about it and the not so good points about them both. And then ultimately at the end, I'm going to give you guys my personal favorite. So without further ado, I will not hold you any longer. So the first category we're going to bring up in this versus is the scent before the scrub, just like I've done in my previous videos. So Tree Hut has a two-dimensional effect to their scents. I explain more of that in my Tahitian Vanilla Bean video. So two-dimensional, meaning that it smells one way before it hits water and you're just putting it through your hands directly out of the container. But once the water hits it, that's when that second dimensional effect takes place, in which it releases another scent or the other notes that are in this scent. This is a good example, coconut lime. So is Tahitian Vanilla Bean. When it comes to Shea Moisture, the smell isn't two-dimensional. That doesn't mean it's better or worse than Tree Hut. So, for example, coconut and hibiscus, this represents Shea Moisture's approach to how they do their body scrubs. While these aren't a two-dimensional effect, they smell the same from beginning to end. From the time you gather it in your hands out of the container to when it hits water, and then after it hits water, it stays the same. Next category, we have the texture and consistency of the scrub. As you guys know about the Tree Hut, they have a much more coarse texture, and there's only one scent in Tree Hut based off of what I've tried so far, which is 3 of them, that is creamy in texture. Other than Tahitian Vanilla Bean and what I've tried, in general, Tree Hut's texture and consistency is relatively and moderately abrasive. It's still moisturizing, but it's abrasive, more abrasive than it is moisturizing for the majority of the scents that I've tried. However, for the Shea Moisture body scrubs, this one, the texture is more like it's handmade, homemade in a factory facility. So let me explain. So Shea Moisture is a bit more softer in texture. You're still going to have those granules, you're still going to have those scrub particles, but compared to Tree Hut, they are a lot more softer even before they hit the water, and the consistency is softer and smoother to move through your hands, regardless of if it's just bare in your hands or if you're using it with water. Our next category, what happens to the scent when water hits it? So for Tree Hut, I did touch on that a little bit earlier in the video. Tree Hut scents are two-dimensional. Before it hits the water, you smell one scent, and then after it hits the water, it releases the other scent completely. And sometimes when that happens, depending on what scent you have from Tree Hut, when the water hits it, it may release that other note that's in the scrub and flush out the initial scent that you smelled straight out of the container almost completely. For the Shea Moisture, this smell, and I gave away this one a little bit earlier in this video as well. Shea Moisture, their scents, based on what I've tried, and I've only tried this one, the smell is the same throughout, from directly out of the container in your bare hands to when water hits it, and then after the wash. Next category. The effect on the skin. So with Tree Hut, the effect on the skin, it is abrasive. That abrasiveness is there to soften and smooth out your skin. But for the most part, since Tree Hut has so many different scents, it definitely depends on what scent you're using. Because while Tree Hut's body scrubs are already moderately abrasive across the board, with the exception of Tahitian vanilla bean, there are certain benefits that come with certain scents. Whatever scent you're using will depend on what benefit you get, but you will always get that a moderately abrasive effect to your skin to make it smooth. For the Shea Moisture, it's softer in texture. The effect on the skin, smooth as a baby's bottom, I kid you not. It's almost smoother on your skin than Tree Hut. That may be because the texture is less abrasive, that it still gets the job done, even though it's not as abrasive as Tree Hut. It's softer in texture, therefore softer on your skin, and then will make your skin softer. How's that for you? Next category. What is the rinse like with these body scrubs? As many times, my words, as I have said about Tree Hut, I will just keep it brief and get straight to the point. Tree Hut, because their scrubs and formula is moderately abrasive across almost all of their scents, you will have to do some work to rinse this off of your body. Once those particles hit your skin, they get in there. They get nestled and comfortable and warm as a bug in a rug in cold weather. For Shea Moisture, that's a little different. Now you still have to do some work, but not as much. And I think I can attribute that to the formula, because the formula is overall less abrasive than Tree Hut. It is softer than Tree Hut. And I'm not being biased if you think I am. I'm being very honest about both because I love both of them. But because this is softer and the formula is softer, but it still gets the job done, Tree Hut, you have to back off. This is, it just does its job. And last category of the verses. Does the scent linger after the wash? For those of you that watch me, you guys know how important it is for any hygiene product that I try for the scent to linger. Might not be important to anybody else, but for me, important. So for this last category, Tree Hut, it depends on the formulation of the scent. I'm going to explain. With Tree Hut, it depends on the scent and it depends on the formulation of that scent, because different scents have different benefits. For instance, the vitamin C one has a benefit to brighten your skin. Depending on what scent you have is going to determine, and the formulation is going to determine how long or whether the scent will linger at all. For Shea Moisture, the scent lingers for a good couple of hours. For a good couple of hours. It lingers. That's one thing that made me really love this coconut and hibiscus and Shea Moisture's body scrubs in general. But because that scent lingered long after I stepped out of the shower. Beyond the 3 hours, even though the scent had died down just a little bit, I still smelled the scent. That's a testament to Shea Moisture's formulations and their brand. So we are at the final verdict. What will I choose out of the Tree Hut body scrub and the Shea Moisture body scrub? While I love both of these, Shea Moisture takes it home for the win. I'll tell you why. Their texture is softer. And the formulation of Shea Moisture's body scrub proves that you don't have to have an abrasive body scrub in order to get soft skin. You don't have to scrub nearly to the white meat, jokes, um, in order to get soft, baby, soft, smooth skin. Another thing I also like is that the scent will linger long after you have used it, gotten dressed, and gone about your business. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my versus of the body scrubs, Tree Hut versus Shea Moisture. And until next time and until the next video.